Hello Gemini, welcome to your January 2017 love and general tarot card readings. So let me go ahead and jump right in. Hope you're all having a wonderful holiday season. Okay, let's begin with your love reading. January 2017. Oops. Whoopsies. Okay, I think I'm done shuffling. Okay, here we go. Gemini, love energies. The love messages for Gemini. Chariot reverse. Wheel of Fortune reverse. Queen of Swords. Four of Cups. Temperance. Queen of Cups. Knight of Pentacles. The Moon reverse. And the King of Pentacles. Interesting. So, okay, let's think here. Okay, first of all, I want to let you know I don't have my proper setup because I'm traveling, so I'm just using my webcam on my laptop, so it is going to be upside down, but I'll try to hold the cards up as often as I can. I'm seeing a really obvious clash within you, very clearly head versus heart being connected with the Chariot. And I'm seeing almost like a what's the word, being paralyzed or very much wary of making a decision, okay, or of making a solidified choice. Now, some of you may be single and dating and just like maybe afraid of commitment, maybe afraid of all of the things that come with relationships. If you are in a relationship, and I see someone very prominently here, which means, you know, you might have someone, maybe an earth sign, okay, maybe Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, doesn't have to be. But someone that is in your mind or in your heart. And if you are in a relationship, there may just be some decision that you're afraid to make. And I sense a fear. And I don't know why I'm getting this fear, but it's really putting things at a standstill. Okay, we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is my favorite card, but when it's in reverse, it indicates like the timing and the circumstances just aren't right. Your very true Gemini self, okay, very aware, very intuitive self. Okay, this is one thing I love about air signs is their possession of truth. Okay, and their possession of intuition and their acknowledgement. Okay, and I think that air signs in general, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, you being Gemini, obviously, it's like you're very good at preempting things and saying, nope, it's not time. Nope, it's not a good moment. Nope, and you're very discriminating in a positive way. Okay, discriminating meaning that you can make those decisions, that you can you know whether or not you have enough information to make the decision. And I think you know at this point in time that the timing isn't right, that you don't have all the information, that the circumstances aren't ideal to do something. And for some of you, again, it may be to commit. Okay, and there may be something about this person that you just don't know enough about them. You don't know if they're compatible enough. You don't know if they are on the same page as you. Okay, and there may be signs, there may be signals that you are and I'll say the word red flags. There might be some red flags about this person. If this speaks to you in terms of your partner, there may be red flags about a decision that you're being faced with making, and the way that you're approaching the situation or approaching the decision is too different right now, which is kind of putting the decision at a standstill. And I feel you're totally okay with that. Like, that's great. Okay, this is how the situation is, it's how the circumstance is, and you are totally okay with that. Let's just wait. I'm not in any rush. I feel confident. I'm having a little bit of a clash, so I need to just let things unfold. I need to allow circumstances to change a little bit before I can make any decisions about anything. Okay? And I know that you know, okay, that these options, they're not going to go away. Okay? There's it's like you have a lot of faith in the universe. You have a lot of faith in God or in the circumstances to know that that it's going to be okay, and this opportunity won't pass you by. So why are we wanting to hurry up? And you know, if you're single, this is dating people. This is people. You know, I'm not in any rush. I'm okay with waiting for someone that fits my mold a little bit better. I'm okay with waiting to find someone that I can to really be with. I'm not just going to be in a relationship for the sake of being in a relationship. I want it to be real. I want it to be special, and I want it to be something that will last. Okay. But then your heart, you know, your heart does speak to you. And of course, you do want something. You do feel like you want love. And I feel that there is a connection with someone. I think your intuition might be speaking to you about someone if you're single. If you're in a relationship, I think this is more based on an issue that you're facing as opposed to the actual partner itself. The stand stillness, okay, being indicated by the Chariot reverse, okay, lack of motion, a lack of movement, Wheel of Fortune reverse, and the Knight of Pentacles, okay, which this Knight is standing still as it is. So this energy is slowed down even more. I'm calling it a draw, right? I'm calling it that tug of war where both sides are equal, so no one moves, right? The rope is being pulled with an equal force, so no one moves, no decisions are made, nothing, no action. You're just in a holding period, which is fine. You're totally, totally okay with that. I think you're waiting for, well, this one's not. I was going to say all the major arcana are reversed, but no, this one's not. This is, you know, I think you're waiting for the path to be illuminated just a little bit more. Maybe not, you know, being blasted with sunshine, but just so that you can see more clearly the path. And I think that you're just sitting, waiting, right? You're just kind of sitting at the beginning of this little pathway here and saying, okay, well, I've got a long way to go. I see, you know, kind of some of the basic shapes. I can see these big towers, and I can see that the trail goes forward, but I don't know what's in there. I don't know what's in the bushes that's hiding that I can't see. So I'm just going to wait. I'm just going to, you know, I can see these guys. I can take care of these guys, but I'm just going to slowly creep forward and just take my time. And you know, I'm not in any rush. There's definitely no rush here, because you want to make the right choice. You don't want to just make a choice because it's convenient. You don't want to just make a choice because it feels the best, right? You want a partner, or you want the result of this decision to be the best, right? And not just what feels good in the moment, not just what makes sense in a specific way, but it needs to have a really happy mix of both, right? There needs to be equal amounts of water in the makes sense cups and the feels good cup, right? Makes sense, feels good. It's got to have both. It's got to be equal. And yeah. I'm going to pull out the final card. and Two of Cups. And there's the balance. Okay, there's the goodness. 2 cups, like I said, 2 cups. Meeting each other in the middle, finding a solution where you aren't feeling like you have to compromise. This is a win-win, not a compromise. To me, compromise is a lose-lose in some way, because one side or both sides have to give up something in order to meet the other person halfway, leaving everyone, feeling a little depleted. Well, this is that quote-unquote perfect someone. Your discerning attitude, your filter, I guess, will prove successful. So for those of you looking for love, I think in some way, shape, or form, you will find it. It might not happen like this month, but I think it's putting you in the right direction, putting you in the right track. I mean, this person matches very well with you emotionally. I think there might be some things about this person that's kind of, you're feeling out and you're trying to figure out. But just know that on an emotional level, I think this is a very good person for you. And they are interested in you. And they are, if they're around and they continue to call you, they continue to talk to you, if they continue to ask you out, they're interested. Okay, and I think you might be trying to figure them out a little bit and trying to feel it out. You're not pushing, you're just letting it happen. For those of you who are in relationships, okay, this is you finding a win-win situation with your partner, finding a solution to this issue that you're, whatever it is, where you are ecstatic and they are ecstatic and things are just going well and it's good for everybody involved, okay? Super excited about that outcome. That's amazing. So let's go ahead and do the general spread for you. So I am, let's see, what was I going to say? I don't have my other deck. That's what I was going to say. I don't have my other deck. Just traveling. I only brought the one. So I'm just going to do a second layer on top of this one here. So this is going to be the general energies for Gemini, the general messages, anything that Gemini is meant to know, anything additional or meant to know. Okay, Gemini, here we go. 8 of Pentacles. 10 of Cups. Lovely. 9 of Wands. Good. The filter. Okay, makes sense. It's like a strainer. I see that. Knight of Cups. 6 of Wands, 6 of Pentacles as well. Okay. 3 of Pentacles, 5 of Wands, and the 10 of Swords. Okay. Not super keen on that ending, but the 10 of Swords can have a very positive connotation as well. And I said this for some other sign, I forget who it was, but the 10 of Swords is, I'm going to just start with it because it seems a little dramatic, but it's not really. It is the end of a cycle, right? It is the end of the numbers, ace through 10, indicating that the next option is in fact an ace, which an ace of swords is clarity and understanding. And I think whatever confusion you may have, or whatever frustration and whatever has been holding you back, and I do sense that there is a little bit of protection going on. Maybe you've been hurt in the past. Maybe this person has hurt you in the past. In a work sense, this could be an employer, it could be a coworker or a client, someone probably more successful than you financially or in terms of social standing and reputation. and they could have maybe hurt you or bothered you or set you back in some way. I feel you being very protective of yourself. I think what's happening is you just don't want to make the same mistakes again, right? You just don't want to make the same mistakes again, and that's fine. You've learned from things in the past. You don't want to repeat those patterns, and you ultimately want what's in your best interest and the best interest of those around you and everyone that you love. 10 of Cups. You're willing to wait for this. You're willing to wait for the ideal outcome, the ideal result. You're not just going to settle for less, right? So in a work setting, the ideal workplace, the ideal location, the ideal, and I'm using that word ideal very specifically because ideal is an incredibly high standard. Ideal is the absolute best. And I see you attaining that. The universe can and will be very generous for you. Follow your heart. And I see this being you, right, on top of the Four of Cups. You know what it's going to take to get you here, right? You know what it's going to take. You know what needs to be in here. And you also know that maybe some offers that are being made. I have been seeing a lot of job offers and things coming in. I'm not seeing that for you specifically, but this is just offers in general, right? But you know that maybe none of these are really in line, that none of these really are. I think you have a very, very clear idea of what needs to happen and which direction you need to go. And it's really now just about keeping the distracting stuff out. Holding true to that wand is the same as this cup, is the same as this sword. Okay, you're holding everything. It's all in your control. It's all in your possession, like I said. You possess the knowledge. You possess the image of what it is you want, and you're willing to wait, and you are. And you're also willing to do the work. You're willing to do the work. You're willing to put your head down. You're willing to be patient and to exert effort and energy and to use your skill and to develop yourself as a person in order to be that type of person that will get this. Because not everybody gets this. You have to be it's not just handed to you, right? You need to make sure that you adjust and arrange your life in a very specific way in order to make space for this. Here you are making space. You're making the appropriate adjustments. There's victory here involved. I think it's all driven. I kind of almost feel like this reading was backwards, but maybe it was arranged this way very specifically because of these two that happened to be at the end of that past reading. Like you are actively creating opportunities for yourself in work. Now you might be moving slowly and you might be creeping forward. You might feel like things aren't. I feel like this is very purposeful though. This energy is very purposeful. This slow motion or standing still. Again, it's in your possession. You know what you want. There's no rush. There's no rush getting there. You're doing all the right things to get you there. You're talking to the right people. You're socializing in the right environments. You are promoting in a positive way. You are willing to do the grunt work, I guess. and the work that you have done will pay off. This is a card of creativity and opportunity and communication and socializing. And I also call it the card of leverage, where you leverage past experience, past work into something more, into something greater, something that is more substantial. Okay? The Five of Wands here on top of this moon is, honestly, I'm not seeing you necessarily participating in arguments or participating in pettiness or foolishness. What I'm more seeing this, because it's associated with the moon reverse, which we talked about, is like these are all the little gnats the little gnats in our world, right, that you kind of need to swat away. You have an intense focus here, a very intense focus. I don't see you participating in distractions. However, I think that your adversary, okay, whatever that is, might try to roadblock you. All right, might try to put things in your way or people in your way, or, but I think the focus is too sharp, and you're too driven by past disappointments. You're too driven by things that went wrong in the past to allow this pettiness and foolishness to get in your way. A lot of determination for you this month. A lot of determination. I'm super excited for you, though. I think there's going to be a lot of subtle progress. Like, I don't think that you're going to realize the progress. It's not going to feel like it because it is slow moving, but ultimately you're moving in a very, very solid and very, very positive direction. This one kind of popped out, Four of Swords. Again, another card of just like, it's like a mental rest, taking a mental break, allowing your swords, your thoughts to just rest. And I'm kind of seeing these as like sitting on the wall, like hanging on the wall, like you've put them up to store them, right? And here it's laying on its side. It's not at work, right? Like this sword is at work. It's doing something. It's collecting information, collecting signals from the universe. And this one, they're at work. They're doing something. They are afflicting you, okay? And this is something that you've already been through. You've already gone through that. And so now your mind is at rest. You've put your thoughts to the side and you're making space. This is about making space for positive, an influx of positivity. You put your thoughts aside because you already know you're in that right direction. You already know that things are moving positively. So you're just going to put your head down and do the work. You're going to ignore all the bullshit. You're going to ignore all the bullshit. You're just going to put your head down and allow the universe to give you what you deserve. Okay? I mean, super, super positive. I love this reading. Nothing negative here. Nothing. It's going to be a really great, solid way to begin the new year. Okay, I don't necessarily see it as being particularly groundbreaking or pivotal. It's just a very solid direction without a lot of extraneous factors that kind of come in and try to prevent you or stop you from having the things that you want in your life. Okay, so I'm going to leave you with that. I wish you nothing but the best this year. Good luck, Happy New Year, and I will see you next month. Bye.